Okay, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so the staff in Year 4 will consist of me, Mrs Marcini will be our TA, she will be in every morning and 3 afternoons, and Mrs Yardley will cover my PPA. Mrs Watson will teach the children music every Tuesday. Currently our slot for this half term, or autumn term I should say, will be Tuesday mornings. Miss Marsden is our pastoral worker and Mrs Park is our family support worker. In terms of communication, as always, we will communicate with you via Dojo via parent mail when appropriate. We'll send out all the consent forms, all the clubs, all our weekly newsletters via parent mail. So it's very important that we have our contact detail there. In terms of any competitions or any outside trips or things like that require consent forms, that is how we will be asking you to consent. So yeah, it's really, really important that we do have an appropriate line of communication there. Any information about trips or any additional information can be found on our school website. Our telephone number's just there, and that you can ring with any questions or queries or to report any absences. I will respond to Dojos, and I may also contact you via Dojo if there's anything that you need to be notified of. We do operate an open door policy, and that's very important to our school ethos. So please just poke your head in, come and have a chat. We can. I'll be as accommodating as I can at that time. Please keep us up to date with any changes to your contact details. We have 2 contacts for every child, so it's very important that not just yours, but there is also an appropriate second contact whose details are up to date and correct as well. So drop off and pick up times, they will be from the playground door there, so that's the door just off the playground opposite the equipment, and we are still operating a staggered start time. However, register will be closing kind of 10 minutes early, so rather than being registered at 9 o'clock, the children will be registered at 8:50, and home time is no longer staggered as it was in COVID. School finishes at 3:20. Lessons will start at 9 o'clock, so it's very important that we are in school at the right time, and often, or always I should say, during those 15 minutes where children can come in, there will be a task that is important to the day's learning for children to complete during that time. Please phone the office by 9:30 if a child is away, and try not to contact me via Class Dojo if that is the case. I may not always see it or get a message to the office in time, and they may have to ring you, and it'll just avoid any mishaps there if you are able to ring the office rather than message me. Unfortunately, Mrs Galdard is unable to give any unauthorised absences for school holidays during term time, so try to please book your holidays during the school holidays. We do have an attendance officer for children who are persistently absent. It's important that they are in school. Home time, as I mentioned earlier, is 3:20. So school uniform: black trousers or skirt, white t-shirt or polo shirt, navy sweatshirt, sensible shoes, black pinafore, and in summer blue and white check dress. Let us know if your child does need to wear trainers on a non-PE day. I know there are reasons why children may need to come in their trainers, and that's absolutely fine, but please do let us know, and then it avoids any mishaps there. Our school uniform is available to purchase via Stitch Design, and we do have some cardigans and pants and shoes that have been donated in the school by the school office, and we just ask for a donation there. PE uniforms on PE day. So our PE day will be Monday afternoon, and our second PE day of the week will be Thursday morning. So Monday afternoon, Thursday morning. Black only joggers, please. So just joggers that are plain black. Tracksuit bottoms and a white t-shirt. On cooler days, navy sweatshirts or a school jumper, please. No school hoodies, and plain trainers where possible. If it is getting warmer towards the summer term, even in the early autumn or latter stages of spring term, dark shorts are fantastic. We will try to get out as much as possible. Our lockers are quite small, so please no backpacks, just a reading bag and your lunchbox. That'd be great. Please keep us up to date on any changes or developments with any medical with regards to any medical details. Mrs. Parkin and Mrs. Clements will hand up to me any inhalers that will remain in date, and if they are not to remain in date, they may send them home. Please try to get new ones for autumn. That's very important. If you do need your child to receive or be administered, if you do need medication to be administered during school, that's absolutely fine. We do request that you fill in a form via the school office just to avoid any mishaps. Cough sweets, we do treat cough sweets as medicine as well, so we are expecting them to be handed in by the office, and then a form filled in there as well, please. In terms of reading in Year 4, we will send home a banded book and a reading for the pleasure book. Please read as much, or encourage your children to read as much as possible. It's so important that they read as much as they can. Mrs. Hankin has created 2 videos, both are available on the school website. One is about the importance of reading, and how important reading is as a child moves through education, moves into later life. It's just so important. The other video, I should say, is about how we teach reading in our school, what strategies we're using, and how that progresses throughout the year groups. We have created birthday book lists, so rather than bringing sweets on your child's birthday, please have a look, if you are able to, have a look at our book list that I will send out on Dojo at the start of the year, and that will be jam-packed full of really interesting Year 5 texts for children to read, and if you are able to, please send in a book on a birthday. Books will be changed on a Friday, but only if children have finished their books as we move through Year 4. Books are going to get a little bit, books and stories and what children are required to read will become a little bit longer, and so it might be that children need a little bit more time to read their books rather than just a week. There will be discrete phonics lessons. There will be discrete spelling lessons in Year 4, and children will be taught strategies to help them learn spellings from the statutory spelling list. We will still use phonics strategies in Year 4 to help consolidate existing knowledge of spelling, and children will be set a half-termly test. So any spelling lists that we are looking at, they'll be sent out via Class Dojo, and I'll also try and make them available via Spelling Shed, so that children can practice online should they wish. Now, in Year 4 there is a multiplication times table check. That test was new in June 2021. It will be administered online, so there's no paper involved. Children don't need to write anything down, and it checks children's progress. So in Year 4, children are required to know up to 12 times 12, and there'll be 25 questions, and they'll have 6 seconds to answer with a 3-second pause in between each one. They're expected to know every single times table. So questions about the 6, 7s, 8s and 9s and 12s tend to come up more frequently. They're randomly generated, but questions are heavily geared towards those times tables. We will likely administer the test in small groups or 1-to-1, and children will receive their own login. We do not receive any of those results until after all children have taken the test nationally. If you are able to, 15 to 20 minutes practice a day would be absolutely fantastic. And some resources to help you do that are listed here. So timestable.co.uk multiplication tables check is a fantastic resource. That kind of is the best. That's kind of like the best way of having a look at what the multiplication times table check will actually look like for children. Pops up in a very, very similar way. Maths Frame, there's some great games on there. Your Brainy /MTC. That will test all children's times tables. TT Rocks, we'll try and get children on there as much as we possibly can, and it'd be great for them just to practice 20 minutes a day, just having a go there. There's lots of songs on YouTube for some of those trickier times tables. Rapid Recall is fantastic just for maybe as you're going swimming or wherever you're going to the shops maybe. Just practice recalling some of those known times tables. And arrays, if you're ever eating a bag of Skittles, Smarties, anything like that, Milky Buttons, whatever it might be, maybe make an array. How's that looking? Oh, what does that tell you about your next one? be great if you would be able to use some of those resources to practice. So I've had a very detailed transition with Mrs. Parkin and Mrs. Clements, and work will be pitched appropriately to stretch and challenge as well as support individuals. And there will be intervention or additional support for those children who we deem need it. As I said, our transition was very detailed, so we're ready to hit the ground running come September. We do use a mastery approach to teach mathematics, so as a result, we have a very, very high ceiling for our children, and hopefully everyone can make some fantastic progress. In terms of our curriculum in Year 4, that is available on our school website, so you need to go to our class page. We do cover ancient Romans, ancient Greeks, teeth and digestion, and electricity is just some of our, some interesting things. As I said, there is lots more detail available by the website. The whole year curriculum map is available for you to peruse at your leisure there. We do offer a fantastically wide range of clubs and activities after school. Details for those will be available on the website, and we will need a letter of consent via parent mail. We will send out unavoidable cancellations via parent mail as well, so if anybody running the club is absent for whatever reason, then or the weather, if it's an outdoor club, the weather isn't clement. I know you're saying clement, can you say clement? And the weather isn't as it should be, we will contact you via parent mail. Regular attendance is expected. Please message or just let me know at the door if there's a reason why your child is unable to attend that week. Stoppers and Breakfast Club is available, and it is available for one-off sessions, as is Breakfast Club. Mrs. Tickle is the person who runs Breakfast and Stoppers. So Breakfast Club opens at 7:45 and it will last for an hour, and it will end, and children will be sent to their classes from Breakfast Club, and that's £3.50 a session. And Stoppers closes at 5:45. That's £8.20 a session. In terms of our timetable in Year 4, we'll have daily reading, we'll have daily math sessions, phonics and spelling sessions. So whole class reading is what we'll start every day with at 9 o'clock. We'll have PE twice weekly. Science will be taught for an hour a week. We'll have weekly PSHE sessions and My Happy Mind sessions. Story time is every day straight after lunch as well. And we do have celebration assembly on a Friday. Please come and talk to us if you have a problem. As I said, an open door policy is very, very important for our school. So just bob your head in. If there's any issues, we can sort them out. Please don't go to social media if you do have a problem with us. Come talk to us first, because I'm sure we'll be able to sort it. We are a healthy school, so please clear water only in water bottles, and fruit or veg for snacks at lunchtimes, and that's it. So I'm really looking forward to Year 4, to starting in Year 4, and thank you for watching.